Hey girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a card, and today is going to be an update on third party. We do that one regularly. As few of you find themselves in that situation, let's remind ourselves that third party doesn't have to be another person. It can also be someone who has a focus maybe more on work or their family or their friends, and you're not the first focus. That is third party. Okay, so let's have two piles and let's see how it come out, and let's try not to be triggered as always. Okay, so 1 2 1 2. Okay, so pile number one, third party update. The magician, the hangman, two of swords. Yeah, third party for sure. So there's definitely a choice to be made between two. Totally. And there's also an idea of someone switching off their heart. So, for example, if the third party is all about work, 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 obviously they're trying to avoid getting into feelings, getting involved altogether with the matter of the heart. So, being super busy, oh, I'm so busy. You know, that's the excuse that we hear too many times. That is a way for them to protect themselves towards yourself, towards love in general. They probably decided to switch off their heart following, obviously, a difficult time in their past, a trauma that triggers so much pain that they really say to themselves, I will never do that again. Right, okay, so they maintain the illusion of work, 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 for example, so they don't have to open the heart. But at the same time, they manifested you, so they know that the situation they're in is not congruent with the truth. And if they're with someone else, obviously they know that they're not satisfied, they're not happy. So with a hangman, we definitely have an idea of someone who felt they were stuck. They were probably not stuck, but in their mind they were stuck. And therefore you come out of this that vibe, that low vibration, and that is thanks to you or because of you. They might think at first that it's because of you, but then they will soon realize that actually they manifested you because they were not happy in their life. So interesting, eh? Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, I think that person is slowly opening up at the level of the heart. Maybe they apologize for putting you in a third party situation to start with, but they're definitely opening up. But they're very reserved and shy and timid about it because it's not something they normally do. You know, feelings is not their cup of tea generally, right? So yeah, they're trying to have more balance in their life. Maybe they're trying to do the right thing, maybe a divorce, maybe a separation with the other person. They're trying to to be more congruent, as I say, with their own life, with their own truth. If they were working so much and suddenly they realize, well, maybe there's something else in life, I don't have to be like this, and they absolutely taking a leap of faith. They're moving towards you. They don't have the how. It's not someone who has been in touch with their feelings for a very long time, if ever. So it's a new beginning for them. It's a new dimension. So obviously, expect a bit of the unexpected, but at the same time they're going for it. So they make that decision, which absolutely what you want. They're coming towards you. Beautiful. Okay, so that was pile number one. Let's see pile number two, third party update. King of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. Well, King of Wands is interesting. It's someone, male, female, doesn't matter, who is very superficial, someone who is perceived as a player, someone who very much, it's very fluffy altogether. So that's someone who very much into physicality of relationship, if you see what I mean. But underneath, when they meet the Queen of Wands, male, female, doesn't matter. Excuse me, George is here, then they will become the King of Cups. So all about the feelings, but for most of the time they're very much about that vavavoom story. It's all about the physicality of a relationship. And not very stable. So at the moment, yes, they are in between two, but also maybe they have that mentality to be, fluffing around, but you come as a sort of a revelation. With you is a gamble, because with you they could become the King of Cups, and that is very scary, right? So they're not making that transition easy on themselves. They're very anxious, they don't know how to do this, they're very nervous, they don't sleep well at night, they're very stressed. So let's see, let's what Let's see what happened. Yeah, they watching you at the moment. They may be checking your social media. That's what they do. Or sometimes they can even be very cutting with their words. It's an idea like sometimes people create, tension just because they want you to walk away in some ways. They provoke your reaction. They behaving in a very unnecessary way, I would say, in order to make you take that initiative. You know what, I'm done, I have enough, but actually they started it. So they might be doing this. Absolutely. What did I say about the King of Cups? Here we go. So that is quite typical in my experience. One, the King of Wands meet the Queen of Wands. As I said, they become the King of Cups. So that is a big transition. And that is all about the feelings. The Cups is miles away from the Wands. And it's a very tricky for someone like that, because they have to dive in. There's no other way. But at the moment, they're a bit on the fence, and that's why the transition is a bit chaotic, and that's why they probably cannot sleep well at night. So, you is the Queen of Swords, so they very much know that you have a limit, and they're getting very close to the limit. Oh boy, don't mess with the Queen of Swords, because she will have you for breakfast. So they very much know that with you, they have to make up their mind very quickly. Yes, and they have to drop that attitude. That way of being, that way of living, I would say as well, and elevate themselves at the level of the cup. So they really have to make that transition between the King of Wands toward the King of Cups, because otherwise, arrivederci, you won't take any prisoners. Oh my goodness. Yes, could be very much an idea of third party, we know that, but also they could make that move and decide, listen, you know what? Let's get engaged. Let's go for it. It's no fluffing around. When that transition is made, and I think at the moment they're very much in the transition, when that transition is made, there's no fluffing around. Bam! What did I say? Don't even need a card here. Yes, it's a turning point. They realize, okay, that's it. I'm the King of Cups. So be it. It took me a while to get there, but now that's it. I accept it and I go with it, and let's no fluff around. There's a massive turning point here. Wheel of Fortune and good luck is on the side. So what's not to like? On this note, I was very serious today. Ooh. Until now. Okay, on this note, have a beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.